How's it going, guys? Chris back here again with some more Historic Brawl. Today, we have a new commander, as we generally do a few days after release. Today we're looking at Thrun, Breaker of Silence. Now, I don't know about Thrun. I played a couple games with him. I did fairly well, all things considered. But he is expensive, which is one of my main issues with him. You have to kind of try to get him out as quickly as possible. The plus side of him is that once you get him out, there's very little people can do to stop him. So, he basically has hexproof from everything but green, is indestructible during your turn, and cannot be countered. Those are some wildly decent abilities, right? But he can be targeted by green spells. So if your opponent gets... Well, the main green spell that's going to target him is a fight spell, right? So we're going to be up to 4 mana next turn. I think we play Tracker and then land. Yeah, so that's one of the issues. And he's not particularly big for his stats, right? 5 mana for a 5/5 with Trample. That's not unreasonable, but it's not... It's not what you're looking for, right? So we're playing a Voltron build of him, which is not really a thing in Historic Brawl, right? Because 21 commander damage doesn't do anything. I think we're going to lead on Silverback. This feels off. We'll swing in with Tracker. I don't really care if it dies. It's a sideshow. So next we're going to play Thrun. Yeah, so the plan is that we put a big aura or a big equipment on him, and then we just swing in. Rude. Well, we still have Thrun. I would have liked to Great Hinge, but that's was too expensive, right? Like, even Great Hinging now doesn't feel that good, because if we spend our turn playing Great Hinge and our opponent just removes it, really, they are just not into it. Let's see if they have a third Wrath. You can only run so many Wrath in your token commander deck, but these are not the first 2 Wraths you put in a Historic Brawl deck, so I imagine that they have a third one. Whether they have it in hand or not is like the issue, right? Yeah, there's the third one. Wow. You are going all out on this. Soul of the Harvest into Naturalist. I wanted to draw the card. I should have probably just kept up. Well, we wouldn't have had a Gaia's Blessing, would we? But now we do have to keep up the Gaia's Blessing. And yeah, I think it's fine to just attack. It's only 4 damage, but We have forced them to use a lot of Wrath for a relatively small number of creatures. We want to stomp on their incept so that we can crack the treasures. Since they're tapped out, we don't need the stop. Yeah, we will draw another card. And Sylvan Carry added. Swinging for 7. Yeah, I didn't play against a white or a green deck the last time during playtesting. So Wraths are actually kind of scary, because there's something that can get around our protection. And green is also a little bit scary, although green is... It is scary, but it's not scary, right? Like, if we're playing the Voltron build that we are, what's somebody going to do against a 25-25 Thrun? They're not going to do anything, because that's not a creature that can be fought. The only way to really get around that would be to have like a death touch creature and then fight it, right? Which is possible in green, right? But it takes extra steps that wouldn't necessarily be like a main game plan of the deck. Although, what we really, really want to be afraid of, or what we really, really could be afraid of, is like the Obliterator cycle. Because if we go put it a Colossification on Thrun, like he's Colossification on Thrun, and them using a fight spell to make Thrun fight a Phyrexian Obliterator means we sacrifice 26 permanents, which is very scary as something to think about. The white one is also a little scary, right? Because then it would deal 21 damage to us, or 26 damage to us, which is just auto-lethal. I think our opponent has GG'd out. I think they felt like they killed Thrun enough that they should just auto-win the game, and no, Thrun's pretty powerful. You won't lose like that. To be fair though, like sitting on the opposite side of the table of this guy, you are put in a difficult situation, right? Like, because his just text box means that there is a very narrow sliver of cards that can actually deal with him. And if you see those answers slowly dwindle down, you know you're just not going to have a good match, right? Because the commander is here and there's nothing you can do about it anymore. The goblin on the other side. Yeah, I think our opponent has Salty Roped. It happens, you know. We play Arena all the time. I'm glad to say that this kind of thing does not actually happen all that often. Like, I've made, I think, like 400 videos. And considering that probably around 3/4 of that's probably magic, we only get a Salty Rope like once a month, maybe. So that's a pretty small size. And some of that probably isn't even Salty Rope either, right? Like, some of it definitely is when you get into a dominating position and suddenly your opponent's gone. But some of it is that Arena is just not a very stable client all of the time. So this is actually a pretty good hand for Thrun. Go against another Voltron deck too. See, I don't know if Voltron is a proper descriptor for this type of deck in Historic Brawl, because like the plan is 100% the same. The goal is just different, right? And the goal is only off by 4 points, which isn't really a big deal. Generally, a Voltron kill will just count to 20 anyways, or count to 25 anyways. Because the ideal is you want to get to a spot where you can hit an opponent and they die from commander damage that turn, right? Which generally means 21, but you have to account for things like blockers and everything in between, right? So Thrun. How do you answer a Thrun opponent? Do you wrap? That's so far the most effective way I've seen to get rid of a Thrun. And it's not really that effective either, because you're generally always 2 for 1-ing yourself to get it done. Because he's a card I'm not sure about. So they can Black Blade, okay. No block. Uh-huh. Nissa. Alright, we prepare for Colossification next turn. If we get Danitha off the battlefield in the process, that'd be kind of nice, but I doubt it's going to happen. You're taking away my Nissa? Or my Dryad? Probably Nissa. Yeah, I see no argument for another path. This means I actually can't block with the Elvish Mystic, which is a bit rough, honestly. I'm gonna take a lot of damage to make it 20, 25, 25, and I don't even know if it's gonna pay off. So we're blocking with a land next turn, which is very sad. They might have enchantment removal too. Is there any argument for just taking the damage? Can you find an 8-drop in your deck? Yeah, no, I'll take it actually. Because that way, if I had blocked, they could find... They had an 8-drop? That's crazy. We need like a double strike enchantment. Kodama of the West Tree. Steal some damage, get a land. play carried. So this way we have 8 power to block with. They can't play whatever 8-drop they got. I don't even know any white 8-drops. They probably exist, but... oh my god, that's very bad. There shouldn't be more than one 8-drop in a deck, right? This was what I was trying to do, opponent. Well, it looks like Thrun is going to go 1-1 because there's no way to stop this. We take 3 damage this turn. Minimum. Yeah, opponent. I see ya. I see you. I mean, the trample and the voice did it anyways, but... no reason to take chances. Blockers can be scary if you don't know what's in the hand. Slowly collecting up the Dominus cycle. Very, very slowly. But we'll probably have a Dominus as a commander in the very near future. Yeah, keep. I watched some other Magic content online, right? And I watched some discussion about this sword in particular, seeing about how good it was, and I don't really know if it's actually any good. What I do know is that it's one of only 2 swords on Arena, so we play it. I'm gonna say Titania. We'll play a Colossal Majesty. Swinging for 3. We probably won't get a jump, but... hey, a jump. Okay. I don't know. Whenever I see Mana Dorks, I'm worried about a Crater Hoof. Like, if you're gonna go through the trouble of putting the small guys in the deck, you might as well Crater Hoof. There's nothing in there, so we can attack in again. Our body and mind is going to make that too powerful anyways. Yeah, I don't know about Thrun. He is, he's fairly powerful. But there are things about him that worry me. I guess I just throw more fodder into Julian or Hira, the Harper. So when she specializes, she has to become that one, which will automatically destroy an artifact or enchantment, right? So I guess Body and Mind is gonna die. That's what they're hovering, right? Or Lifecrafter is Bestiary. Majesty, okay. I guess that is a card every turn. But if I cast a creature, that'll be a card every turn too. You never know. You can go to the bottom. I like you with Thrun. It's just... I don't have any way to cast you. Now, can I get rid of it? My theory is that mono green decks actually have a very difficult time getting rid of Thrun, which is why his hexproof ability that basically protects him from everything but green, and of course like Edicts and Wrath, right? But like his pseudo hexproof, I think it is just good enough. It's just, oh, never mind. I hate that card. Let's get rid of the commander. I want to draw a land. Yeah, that's fine. Let's equip up Thrun. I should have cast that during combat, but because of the protection, they didn't get a stop for blocking. So we didn't get a stop for, they're going to do a lot of damage. So 7, 10, 13, 14, 15. Oh, they're also trying to, oh, we turned on Titania. Yeah, good for us. I should have drawn 7 last turn. That'll probably cost me the game. I know mono green is, like green in these kind of formats is considered the OP color, but I do feel that it kind of needs some wrath, to, you know, stay competitive. To the bin. Oh. Yeah, you have protection from green. It's gonna cost 2, so it's gonna cost 4. That's not feasible. You know what? I have lost the game. A full attack kills us this turn. That is disappointing. Thrun, you definitely get a redraw. At some point in the future, I will rebuild you, and you will come back stronger. And we will both be proud of our decision making. But until then, no, you still have my approval, despite the 2 losses. I do respect you, my trolly friend. He's a troll. How can you not respect him? Not like a real troll. But you know, like a real troll. It's very confusing. I definitely should be dead here. And I am. Titania has trample. GG. Well, that was Thrun, Breaker of Silence. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.